Buenos dias, damas y caballeros. Yo soy Chris Giunchigliani, and I'm very happy to be here. I could order Dos Cervezas too, but there it's still a little bit too early still. It's good to see many of my friends that are here today, and some of you have worked with me over the years on projects that were important to all of us. Many of you helped me pass the bill to honor Rafael Rivera. We passed legislation back in 91, 93. I worked with Fernando on that to form a Hispanic Business Advisory Committee. We worked closely together to stop the English-only legislation in the legislature. But I also passed legislation that allowed undocumented workers to pursue labor complaints for not being paid by their bosses. I also supported legislation to allow driver's licenses for all drivers, and I continue to support the DREAM Act. I don't believe that almost 28 years ago, Fernando Romero recruited me to be a member of Hispanics in Politics while we were sitting at the White Cross drugstore counter, and here I am before him today, going to make an announcement. Unfortunately, though, I haven't met some of you in the room, so thank you for being here. And it's an opportunity to tell you a little bit about myself. So a little brief biography. I was born in Lucca, Italy. I am the oldest of 6 kids. I was raised in Chicago, where I'm told this morning they have 17 feet of snow. I graduated from Avila College, formerly St. Teresa's Academy in Kansas City, Missouri. I taught special education in Shawnee Mission, Kansas. I moved to Las Vegas in 1978 and enrolled at UNLV. I paid my way through college by working as the first female bartender at the former Jubilation nightclub. I graduated with a master's degree in special education, and I specialize in teaching the emotionally disturbed and the profoundly disabled. Some might say that might have prepared me a little bit for politics, but that's a whole other story. I taught special education in middle school off and on since 1976. And for the Rancho students that try to get here on a regular basis, I think we have to acknowledge their youth and their vigor, and as a teacher, I'm always proud to have them here, as well as involved in politics. I volunteered with numerous folks here in this room. We're community activists as far as I'm concerned. I served in the Nevada State Legislature for 16 years in the heart of Las Vegas. This used to be part of my district. And when I was first elected as County Commissioner in 2006, and re-elected just in November. But today, I'm going to tell you I am running for mayor of the city of Las Vegas. Now, some people want to ask me, why do I want to be mayor? Well, I love my job as county commissioner, and I think I've accomplished a lot in my very four short years. I've helped rebuild and renew my older neighborhoods. I've changed ethics laws at the county. I've changed the way we do business. I've made the job of the county commissioner as one that's hands-on, constituent-driven. I go out and look at the zoning matters. I go out and actually help clean up and do graffiti coding. All the things that come in, I'm a hands-on, and that's what I plan on being as your mayor. And it would be tough to lead the county commission, and I wouldn't even have considered it if I didn't think in my heart that I have the ability to get things done. There are 4 main reasons why I made this decision. First, rebuilding, renewing, maintaining, and preserving our older neighborhoods is the job of everyone on the city council, but I believe as mayor that I can help join them and make sure that that message moves forward. I believe I can make that difference. I have a passion, though, for involving others in the process, for helping others succeed, for taking the lead, but also helping others learn to lead as well. Strong neighborhoods mean a strong and vibrant city. But we have work to do. I want people to feel safe in their homes, proud of their neighborhoods, and welcome in their parks and recreation centers. Then I want to build on what Oscar Goodman has promoted, and that is by attracting dynamic new businesses and investors to Las Vegas. We have to look at the modest restaurants on the east side of town to the new high-tech developments on the center of the northwest area. I want to continue to concentrate on the rebirth of the downtown core of Las Vegas, and we can help our existing small businesses to grow. We need to attract, though, new businesses by capitalizing on their can-do attitude and grow those businesses and making sure that we can create good paying jobs with them. But to do that, you have to change the culture of government. And that culture of government has to make it easier for businesses to prosper, not sink them in red tape and paperwork. Third, while our public employees have already taken some pretty strong financial hits, we can do more to make our government more efficient and smaller where necessary. I led the way in consolidating the Southern Nevada Regional Housing Authorities, and the result was better service for the residents and less cost to our taxpayers. We can consolidate and share services with other governments where it's needed. If we're going to change the culture, though, of government, we have to change the culture of the elected officials. I wasn't afraid to blow the whistle for wrongdoing when I was at CSM. I pushed for a cooling off period to stop elected officials from being able to go directly into work with another public entity where they governed and regulated. And we are the first in the state of Nevada to have put a cooling off period in for our elected officials. And I'm going to take the lead to move decision making out of the back room into the front room. At some point, that has to be part of what we demand as citizens. It's everybody's government, not the government of a few. And finally, I want to do something about our schools. Now, you can tell me it's not the job of the mayor to do anything about our schools. And you know what? You're right. It's everybody's job. Everybody. And my knowledge allows me to work directly with the school district and businesses and volunteers. And I want to propose creating a new Adopt the School program. We have 114 schools in the city of Las Vegas. We need people to look at whatever time you might have. You can support a school. It doesn't always have to be with money. It could be with role modeling. It could be with mentoring. It could be buying clothes or making sure that the kids have a decent, safe lighting to be able to work at home and do homework. Making sure our libraries are Wi-Fi so the kids that don't have access to computers have access to that. We can no longer assume that everybody has what we think they have. And I think businesses in that kind of a partnership that help grow our economic base, but also help make sure that we are supporting our schools so that we're preparing for the next century. I believe that we can lead Las Vegas back to school, where they say these are our schools, these are our neighborhood schools, and we will help in building our future. And I think that that's part of the message that I can carry as your mayor. And then finally, the second decade of the 21st century, we are no longer bound by the old ways. We have to adapt for the future, and we need to start that now. And for those who say it can't be done, well, I had a rule in my classroom: can't is a swear word.